The Second Iranian War, commonly known as the Iranian War, was one of the longest and most destructive conventional wars of the 20th century. It lasted from September 1982 to August 1988 and resulted in massive human, economic, and political losses for both countries, without producing a clear victor. Background and causes. The roots of the conflict lay in historical rivalry, territorial disputes, ideological differences, and regional power ambitions. A key issue was the Shatt, a strategically vital river that forms part of the border between Iran and Iraq. Control over this waterway was crucial for oil exports and regional influence. Tensions escalated after the 1979 Iranian Islamic Revolution, which overthrew the Shah and established an Islamic Republic under Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. Iraq's president, Saddam Hussein, viewed the new Iranian regime as a threat, fearing that Iran would inspire Shia uprisings within Iraq. Saddam also believed Iran was militarily weakened after the revolution, presenting an opportunity to assert Iraqi dominance. Outbreak of war. On the 22nd of September 1980, Iraq launched a full-scale invasion of Iran, carrying out airstrikes on Iranian air bases and advancing ground forces into a southwestern province of Khuzestan. Saddam Hussein expected a quick victory, but Iranian resistance proved stronger than anticipated. Major phases of the war. 1980, 1982. Iraqi offensive and Iranian recovery. Initially, Iraqi forces captured some Iranian territory. However, by 1982, Iran reorganized its military and launched successful counteroffensive, pushing Iraqi troops back across the border. Iran then chose to continue the war, aiming to overthrow Saddam Hussein's regime. 1980 to 1986. War of attrition. The conflict turned into a brutal stalemate. Both sides engaged in trench warfare similar to World War I. Iran relied heavily on large-scale human wave attacks, while Iraq used superior firepower and foreign military support. Chemical warfare and missile attacks. Iraq extensively used chemical weapons, including mustard gas and nerve agents, against Iranian soldiers and civilians. Both countries also attacked each other's cities in what became known as the War of the Cities, targeting civilians with missiles and airstrikes. The Tanker War 1988-1988. The conflict expanded to the Persian Gulf, where both sides attacked oil tankers to damage each other's economies. This threatened global oil supplies and drew in foreign powers, particularly the United States, which intervened to protect shipping routes. International involvement. The war attracted significant international attention. Iraq received financial, military, and intelligence support from several Arab states and Western countries. Iran, largely isolated, relied on limited foreign support and domestic resources. The United Nations repeatedly attempted to broker peace, but early efforts failed. End of the war. By 1988, both countries were exhausted economically and militarily. Iran faced severe internal pressure, while Iraq was heavily indebted. Under UN Security Council Resolution 598, both sides agreed to a ceasefire, which came into effect on the 20th of August, 1988. The war ended largely along the same borders that existed before 1980. Consequences and impact. The Iran-Iraq War caused over 1 million casualties, including soldiers and civilians. Both nations suffered severe economic damage, destroyed infrastructure, and long-term social trauma. Politically, Saddam Hussein emerged weakened despite surviving the war. While Iran consolidated its revolutionary government. Conclusion. The Second Iranian-Iraq War stands as a tragic example of prolonged regional conflict driven by political ambition, ideological rivalry, and territorial disputes. Despite 8 years of intense fighting, neither Iran nor Iraq achieved decisive gains, making the war one of the most costly and futile conflicts in modern Middle Eastern history.